Hey guys, it's Tanya here. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having an awesome start to your week. Today we're going to talk about the Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes. These are the 8 palettes. They have 8 eyeshadows in them. I picked these up at my local superstore, which is a Canadian drugstore company, but I had a really hard time finding them. Our Walmarts aren't carrying them, at least not in Vancouver from what I can tell, and also I haven't gone over the border in a while. I need to go back over to go visit my local Target because I know you can find Wet n Wild and e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, and Face at Target like crazy. So I have to make a trip down there. I'm probably going to do that in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that video because there will be a haul coming. But let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. I picked up 3 of these palettes. I think there are only 3 of them. I have to check their website. I'll put that in the down bar. The first one I got is called Comfort Zone. And it has these beautiful, like, browny, golden shades. Couple greens, but mostly they're all kind of like brown shades. I'll put it upright so you can actually read it. So let's start with packaging. These come in, like, hard plastic packaging. They come with a little dual-sided brush. It looks like this. Sponge tip applicator on one side, brush side applicator on the other. Not actually a horrible brush to use. And then if you open it up, it has 8 shades. They are a mixture of matte and shimmery. Actually, I don't think there's any matte in this one or this one. Only in this one is there a matte shade. Yeah, so there is no matte shade in this particular palette. These are all shimmer shades. They have the name on them, you know, brow bone, eyeline, crease, and definer if you want to use them. They're a great beginner kit if you want to start out with makeup if you're younger and you don't really know how to do makeup yet. They also on the back have this great little like grid that shows you how to do different types of looks. So I like that too. But what I love the most about these is I paid $4 for these palettes, under $4. It was like $3.66. I think that was a mistake. I think they're supposed to be close to $10 up here in Canada, but they rang up at $3.66 or something like that, so that's what she charged me. But I want to show you guys the pigmentation on these. So let's do this one, this brown color, this kind of like blacky gold color, and the green color. Like, ridiculous. For a $4 8 eyeshadows. Each of these eyeshadows is like, I can't even tell. It says it's 8.5 grams for the whole thing. So each of these eyeshadows is like 1 gram. 1.1 grams. But the pigmentation is just stunning and the blendability is beautiful. They're so smooth and easy to work with. And they're so pigmented. I mean, look at my hand. So I just love this palette. Because I have blue eyes, I do use a lot of neutral shades out of this palette. I've done looks with quite a few of the different colors from here. I really particularly like the green, but my favorite is the duotone. And I didn't actually swatch that one for you, so I'm going to show it to you. This bottom one right over here is a duotone. So what duotone means is it looks different in different colors of light. So it looks very green on my finger, like very green. But when you swatch it, it gets this reddy, look at this, like beautiful reddy brown color. And then it goes to this beautiful blue-green color. So I love that shade. That is my favorite shade out of that whole palette. The second palette I got from the Wet n Wild Color Icon 8 palettes is the Petal Pusher. Now with blue eyes, I really should be wearing more purples. I don't particularly like wearing purples, but I'm going to start wearing them because I know that a lot of people say when you have blue eyes, you should wear purple. I think when you have any color eyes, you should wear whatever color you feel most comfortable wearing. If that's yellow, orange, and red every single day, wear yellow, orange, and red every day. Don't let somebody tell you what colors you can and cannot wear. But purple is flattering on a blue eye. So I'm going to show you guys a few of these. Now, I'll tell you guys a downfall to this system. Something that I don't like. I don't like that each of these colors does not have its own name. That bothers me, and I'll tell you why it bothers me. When I like one particular shade out of this set, or out of any set for that matter, this is just who I am, I like to be able to go and purchase one shade. You can't do that with these. They just come in palettes. They don't sell them individually. These are the purple colors that I chose to swatch for you guys there. This white one up here is a brow bone highlight. It's probably the only color I don't like out of all the palettes. I just find that it's not pigmented enough compared to the white and the blue had me at hello. It's just not enough to get me excited about it. I'm getting another wipe. For those of you who don't know, I love using baby wipes to take off makeup. I think that they're really moisturizing on my skin, and I have eczema. So when you're constantly wiping your hands down, it's actually very nice to have something that's easy on them. So that was Petal Pusher. So it's all these really pretty purple colors. And the last one is, of course, my favorite. It's Blue Had Me at Hello. It is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. If you guys can see that. On my lips, I'm actually wearing an Inglot color. I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. So stay tuned for my Inglot lip pen video. But let's talk about this one. So this one's kind of funny. They put the bottom one in wrong, if you can see. The wording is upside down, the one right there. So that's kind of funny. But anyway, this is my favorite palette. This is actually showing up way more blue on the camera than it is. It's more of a green color. This one up here. So I'm going to swatch some of these for you. That green color, because it is my favorite. The brow bone color, so you can see what I mean by the difference between that other white one and this white one. So this white one swatches really pretty. Do you see how pretty that is? Like very shimmery, beautiful pigmentation. That's why I like the white in this one better. The shimmery black in this one, probably 3 swatches, and you got a pretty nice color there. But the matte black in this one, there is a matte black. This is the only palette with a matte shade out of the 3 I own. It does take some building. But after you build it, it's a matte black. A beautiful matte black, nonetheless. And I'm going to swatch the other 2. So, like I said, these are not super powdery eyeshadows. You know, they're not, like, flaking off. There's the blues, the blue, green, and the dark blue. They're not flaking off as I'm using them. They are not, you know, they're no more powdery than an Inglot shadow if you ever used an Inglot shadow. Even with a brush, like, as you can see, these are not super powdery, but even with a brush, let's take a pencil brush and just kind of, like, tap it in there. Do you see how much, like, product you get on your brush? And they're not super powdery. So I do like that. I'm going to show you guys the difference between a finger application and a brush application. These are very smooth to use, which I like, of course. But even with a brush and my hand, as you can see, they're not super powdery. Like, you don't get a ton of fallout on the bottom of it. It blends out really nicely. Let's see if I can just quickly blend this one up for you so you can see how pretty they blend. Very smooth to use. Really pretty. Like, do you see how nice that's blended up there? So I recommend, if you have never tried a Wet n Wild eyeshadow, these are probably the best ones to try, because for $4, I think in the States these are like $6. For $6 you're getting 8 eyeshadows. That's like 50 cents an eyeshadow. A little bit more than that. Whatever. Anyway, they're super cheap. They're less than $1 an eyeshadow. Where can you get a $1 eyeshadow that's this pigmented? Anywhere, for that matter. So if you've never tried these, pick them up. They're great to use. I highly recommend them. If you've done a look with one of these palettes, please link it in my down bar. I'd love to see it, because I'm just starting to use mine, so it would be great to get some ideas. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's a quick one today. If you want more information or swatches on each individual color, you can go to the down bar, and my link for my blog will be in there. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and look forward to some more videos coming up this week. Bye, guys.